Welcome back, Game with King family, to another F1 Clash video. And in today's video, we're talking about our first sprint race event. So, sprint racing is currently out. Here we go for our first event. All right, so I have been placed in a group with 5 other players here who have already started their races. So, I guess there is a threshold of about 3 players before an event begins. So if you just go into in a sprint race event, I think it's gonna, if you don't have at least 3 players in the event, it will not start. So once at least 3 players are in there, then it will start, and then the 2 others can join in. All right, so let's go out and get our first race done. And as I said, make sure to check out my sprint race strategy guide, where I share with you the best way you guys can get the most for your sprint races. All right, so let's now go and select our best drivers, because you want to be using your best drivers and you want to be using your best setup. So go and select our best setup as well. Yeah, we're going to be using that setup for now. All right, then you want to tap on sprint race, tap on race, jump on into series 12 and kick off your race. So remember, it calculates your highest series. So whatever series you are at as your highest series, that is what your sprint race is going to be calculating at. And all you need to do is just make sure you have scored more points than your opponents that are in the league with you. All right, so we're going to be jumping in here for our first race. I might skip through some of these races so we can get to at least, I think, 7 races. If we can score perfect in 7 races, then we should be good to possibly win this event. And with our setup and drivers, we should be able to do so. All right, some players are going to be using boosts in duels now, so they can maximize their score in sprint race. But I'm still going to stick with not using any boosts. I'm saving my boosts for next season. Probably next season I'll use boosts in the races. But for now, normally I don't use the fast start method in duels. But now is a good time to start using the fast start method in duels, so you maximize your points earned. All right, let's see if our drivers can pick up some position. 1 position gain, 2 position, 3, all the way down there. Verstappen, good try from him, trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton there. Good block from Lewis to pull him off. We see Hamilton trying to squeeze past Sainz. Good block from Sainz to squeeze him off. And we're going to cut down our drivers right after this corner. We're going to cut those off so they don't go to pit. And then we're going to let them continue to push up, and we're going to cut them down right there and right there. All right. Now we see Verstappen going wide in that corner. So right away we have a good position. So let's fast forward to the end of this race to see how much points we get for this one, and see if we could jump on into our next race. Alright guys, so here we go for the finishing of the race. We managed to score 37 points, and our 37 points will be added to our sprint race tally right there. Alright, so let's jump on to another race and see how much points we can get in that one. So I just want to go back and look at the tally. There goes my 37 points being added. So there we go, 37 out of 350. And your points are added just like that each race. All right. A little bit before we continue, you must know that you must complete all races before your group can close out. So let's say you're last place here and all the top 4 players have completed their 350 points. You'll have to complete your 350 points as well so your group can close out. If you don't complete your 350 points, you're going to be stuck in that group and you won't be able to go into a new group. So it's best to complete your group so you can move on to another one, even if you're last place. All right, let's jump into another race. And I'm just going to leave it there. I think I'm going to cut to the end of the event where we'll see if we get a prize, so we don't make this video too long. Let me keep going, and then we'll cut to the end of the race, the event, to see if we win a prize or not. All right, let's go. Here we go for the results of our next race, which is 44 points. So that's 3 races so far, and we're looking good so far with 3 races. I want to see how much we're on now, and then we'll jump on into our next one. Always keep an eye on your opponent to see if they're moving. All right, so we see our opponent is not moving, so we're going to be jumping into our next race. Now, also, I have a pro tip for you guys here in this event. When searching for a sprint racing match, if you get outmatched, just forfeit and jump into the next race. Don't even waste your time racing. All right, as long as you get outmatched, forfeit. If you match with somebody, like I match with this player, if he qualifies 1-2 and I qualify 10-11, forfeit, jump into the next race. That's a pro tip for you guys to maximize your score in your sprint races. All right, so let's jump on into this one, and I'll see you at the end for the results. All right, guys, so we managed to pull a 47 on that one at Imola. So let's continue and see how much more points we need to go to make it up to 350. That was race 4, I believe. So it's going to take a good amount of race. I was thinking it was going to take about 8 races or so. So that was race 4. And we're currently trailing right behind the rival. He hasn't moved from 181, which is nice. Let's keep going. See if we can beat him to 350. Let's go. All right, guys, so we finally made it to our last race to complete our first sprint racing event. It was a good run. I think I raced 10 races so far. I forfeited about 2 because it didn't make any sense to continue in those. People were using boosts and they outqualified us as well. So what sense of continuing those races? So I forfeit those and jump into the next one. And there we go. First sprint race medal. P1. There we go. Looking good. It would be nice if they have like a little collection thing for your sprint race medals. That would be nice. Well, let's see this crate. So we got some Albon in there. We got some Wild Boar, some Lance Stroll, Harmony, the Crunch, and for the Epic, we got 10 Scorpion. Now, was that worth it? No, it wasn't. No, it was not. No, it was not. That was not worth it. Definitely not worth it. So there we go. Starting into a new event. So it's empty slots. So it's going to be waiting to full up. There goes the drop rates. And we should have a higher chance of getting Series 12 Epics. But, you know, it's all good still. All right, so it was fun after all. I had some fun in my first race. Hopefully you guys had fun in your first sprint race event. Remember to check out our video on the sprint racing strategy to maximize your points. I'm not going to be using boosts in duels for sprint races because I'm saving my boost for next season where it will be more valuable. But if you want to do so, that's up to you, man. So good luck to everybody. Use code word finally down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos for all your support. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already done so. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys. Bye. Shout out to Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., Touch My Dilly, and Xavier Magni.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways.